Hello again and welcome back to Retirement Coffee Talk with Sharice Rivers at Zinnia Wealth. Online, as always, zinniawealth.com, Zinnia wealth.com. If it's time to talk about your retirement, let's get that conversation going. We do that at no cost or obligation. Again, zinniawealth.com or 833-368-3680. All right, Sharice, I did an interview with a country music star one time. He comes into the radio studio, and I said, how are things going? He says, I'm a little tired today. I was out at the Waffle House last night at 3 in the morning. And I go, what? And he goes, I was looking for the throwdown. And I go, what's the throwdown? And he goes, that's where between 2 and 3 in the morning, when the waitress gets frustrated and she just said, that's it, I quit. She rips off her apron and throws it down on the floor and said, I'm leaving. And she walks out and they all applaud. That's the throwdown. Okay.
Okay. Never heard of this. I guess I'm going to go to Waffle House enough.
So my little journey there is maybe you are in the process of a throwdown right now. Maybe you have had it with your job right now, and it's time to have the retirement conversation. I have a list here of the reasons and the ways that you know it is time to retire. I'm going to just zip through them real fast, and then you're going to tell me which ones that you've seen. Number one, work is just not fulfilling anymore. Number two, the tech fatigue. Oh, more software I have to learn. Thank you very much.
That one will push you right out.
God, I can't stand it. If I have to do one more piece of software to track results, I'm going to scream.
A recent client's like, I am leaving my job, Randy, because if I'm more technology, it's pushing me to want to retire and not deal with it.
I know. And I mean, the fact that we stopped working in the office for COVID and then we went home and we realized, hey, we can really do this. And now they all want you to come back. Then it's like, nah.
Do you know how many clients says, Sharice, I'm going back to my Franklin Covey. I'm tired of these Google calendars and Outlook calendars. I just want my calendar to just drive with and see and make it all colorful. It's so funny. I remember those days.
I want a day timer. Give me a day timer. All right, here's another one. Promotions don't mean anything anymore. They come to you and they say, we'll give you a little extra money or we'll give you a new title. And you're like, it's not moving me. And here's the one I think that you really start to see. I mean, when you love your job, I love my job and I get excited to get back to work. But when Sunday hits and you're going, oh my God, I can't believe I got to get up at 6 again tomorrow morning. I can't stand it. I can't do this one more day. That's a sign. That's another sign. That's another sign. You're always checking your retirement accounts. How many people have you come in and they say, I used to do this like once a month. Now I'm doing it every day.
Yeah. And then they're just waiting to hit a certain number. And then they turn in their keys.
There
like,
it is.
Once it gets to $1 million, we're calling Sharice. Listen, if you're at 950, just go ahead and call. And hey, you might only be at 850. Go ahead and call. We might be able to get you retired sooner. Don't wait for that number.
All right. Remember when you were the youngest person in the office? And now you're the oldest person in the office.
Gosh.
And all the people that are coming in and the younger people are now your boss and things like that. I get that. The other hobbies and volunteering dominate your thoughts. You sit there in your cubby and you look out the window and go, oh, I could be out there. I don't want to be in here. That's another one.
For some people, this is all day long. It doesn't matter what age you are nowadays.
That's the truth. You're jealous of your friends that are retired. Your boss has become unbearable, and you're just tired. Now, this is... So my wife has 2 brothers, and they're twins, actually, and they're a couple of years younger than her. So they're just about getting to their mid-60s. And one of them texted the other day, and he said, I can no longer keep up with the demands of this job and the increasing demands of this job. And, baby boomers, they have been a really good worker, and they have put work ahead of family in many cases.
Yes.
And we have been that generation that has done the overtime and done the stuff that we weren't really asked to do because we wanted to succeed. And now it's starting to come back to bite us a little bit here. And we're getting pretty tired because they keep piling on the work, Sharice.
I know.
I know you've seen that.
I have. And, baby boomer generation, God bless, you work like 2 people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Or more.
Exactly or more, just like what you just said. And you can't get that kind of work person, because you know why? The people today are like, no, I want to spend more time with my family. When I leave at 5, I'm leaving at 4:59.
And I get
right?
it. I think they're right. I really do.
I think there is a health to that, because one of the biggest things we do hear about the baby boomer generation is that they, especially the spouses that worked so hard for their families to get them where they want, they miss so much time with family and their kids. And, now they're just enjoying their grandkids, and there's a lot of remorse. And so the kids today, the adult children, are like, I don't want to be like dad. I don't want to be like mom. So I want to make sure I have freedom and flexibility, and I'm going to work. I'm going to do my job, but I'm not going to work till 9 p.m. I'm not going to come in at 6, right? So things are changing because of what they saw their families go through.
And I think for the better. I really do, in many ways.
I do too. I do too. I think it's for the health of our universe. People are going to live longer because of it. Might even sustain staying in jobs longer. So there's a lot of goodness that's going to come out of that. But we do appreciate our baby boomers, such workhorses, and really did more than they should have.
But if you're at the throwdown, if you're ready, if it's over with, hey, this is a sign. It's a sign for you to come in to see Cherise. Let's do the math on your retirement. If she gives you the green light and she said, you're obviously ready, your money is ready too. And if you got that news that you're ready and your money is ready, now you're in that powerful position that you can leave when you want to. And I think that's a great position to be in.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Coffee Talk podcast. If you have questions or would like to begin the process of building a tailored retirement plan, call Zinnia Wealth at 833-368-3680 or find us online at zinniawealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, a registered investment advisor. The firm only conducts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded from registration requirements. Registration is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. Insurance products are offered through Zinnia Wealth Management, LLC, Florida license L078655, and Cherise Rivers, Florida license P037744. Zinnia Wealth Advisory, LLC, and Zinnia Wealth Management, LLC are affiliated entities. The information presented is believed to be current. It should not be viewed as personalized investment advice. All expressions of opinion reflect the judgment of the presenter on the date of the podcast and are subject to change. The information presented is not an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of any offer to buy or sell any of the securities discussed. You should consult with a professional advisor before implementing any of the strategies discussed. Any legal or tax information provided in this podcast is general in nature. Always consult an attorney or tax professional regarding your specific legal or tax situation. Any client experience discussed on this show are unique to that client. Annuity and life insurance guarantees are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. If you withdraw money from or surrender your contract within a certain time after investing, the insurance company may assess a surrender charge. Withdrawals may be subject to tax penalties and income taxes. Persons selling annuities or other insurance products receive compensation for these transactions. These commissions are separate and distinct from fees charged for advisory services. Insurance products also contain additional fees and expenses. Social Security rules and regulations are subject to change at any time. Always consult with your local Social Security office before acting upon any information provided herein. References to specific investments should not be construed as being past specific recommendations. The returns for various indices discussed in this podcast do not represent the performance of the firm or any of its advisory clients. Returns do not reflect the impact that advisory fees will have on an investment. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. All investment strategies have potential for profit or loss. Different types of investments involve higher and lower levels of risk. There is no guarantee that a specific investment strategy will be suitable or profitable for an investor's portfolio. Historical performance returns for investment indexes and or categories usually do not deduct transaction and or custodial charges or advisory fees, which would decrease historical performance results. There are no guarantees that a portfolio will match or outperform a specific benchmark. Investments in fixed income products are subject to liquidity risk, market risk, index rate risk, credit risk, inflation risk, purchasing power risk, and taxation risk. Because bond prices fluctuate continually, their yields change constantly.